If you hear noises from the road when you're driving around, check your window guides.
Patrick's garage.
When these window guides worn, a lot of dust and water can get into the car.
You see, I get these rubber guides for installation. And obviously, they're not perfected, right? They're not exactly the same what in my car now. And I'm planning to cut them in the corners. Just triangles a little. You see, soft rubber, what we need. We compare it with old one. A little difference, of course, we see. But anyway, we can install it easily. Here guides for 2 windows, maybe for 2 cars, for 2 driver doors. The old one cracks and fall out in a lot of places. Make sure that length is enough for our door, for all frame. I need to make sure. And a very boring part of our work, yes, disconnect door upholstery. And we start from upper screws. Place small parts into box, not lose them. And then screwing second securing screw. It's part of original interior. This kind of washer only here used. Cranking window good enough. Now I am screwing lock knob. Also put it into the box. Driver guide warm very hard. Special tool for unplugging these corks in the handle. Easy to self-made if it need. Obviously it's been driven by a driver with nobody else in it. Passenger side still in good shape. Pull out the cork from the handle and let's have a look. Not damage. Inside hole, not damage. And pull out another one. We make it the same way. Carefully insert a tool inside and pull. Okay. This just decorative plug, but we need save it for return. Everyone able to do this simple tool. And now we are unscrewing door handle with Phillips screwdriver, not to spoil anything. There is big drawback that we need dismantling all this stuff. Just gently pry out this plastic frame of handle, opening handle. We're not to rush, just moving forward, having fun. Not so big conundrum how to removing cranking handle. Just press this plastic ring to the upholstery and pull retainer clip. Very interesting door pocket. Maybe previous owner installed it. And be careful with these plastic fixation clips for the upholstery. One by one to not damage wood inside. One clip pulling at that time. See, this is not difficult, you can gladly do it yourself. And you don't mind spend on time for messing around with the upholstery. And let's have a look how we can pull out this this rubber guide. You know, rubber parts can't last forever, so we need to replace it. Just try out from start and pull all the guide. Maybe they can last virtually forever, but we hear noises from the road and glass little wiggling. It'll be a relatively inexpensive repair. You know that one of the faults that many old classic car owners and garage guys exhibit is the unwillingness to leave the old original crappy rubber parts. Continue store this crap in a garage. So with minor modification we can install the new ones. Just cut out at the angles small parts and a royal pain in the rear to disconnect these washers, but in this way will so easier. And just wraps inside the groove our new guide. And now just push inside this rubber guide into the door frame. This special groove, not needle using glue. This not authentic rubber seal, but looks normal for me. For bolts for adjusting lifter mechanism, if we need. I doubling a lot of time with this stuff, you know. Yeah, then more recently I worked on the doorway seals replacing. Doorway seals more complicated and I use them from 240 series. They're exactly the same. So, installation of door upholstery is the reverse of dismantling, but more easier. Phillips screwdriver, very useful. We need 2 screwdrivers. Slot screwdriver just for dismantling plastic parts. There is only a handful of fixation stuff, safe in the box. Upper lock for the door and simple screw. Return in its place. Tightening with Phillips screwdriver. And I really like how looks these screws with washers. So save these screws in special box. Cranking handle installation. Original clip was not so good. Can be used also from foreign cars. It need be squeezed as much as it possible. Cranking handle not be fall off at the unpleasant moment. It can be affects your moods first of all. And contrary to most late models, which use screw for fixation, here we use wire clip. Not so easy rotates as used to be. We not had been dreading it just for time as it new. We hope for ruggedness of window lifting mechanism. And now let's install this pocket. Plastic door pockets. Fixing by 5 securing screws. By the way, all screw difference. This screw differs. We would be need also screwdriver slot. This fancy additional stuff depreciates so fast, but it can seal ugliness of screws. Maybe this was for road maps. Now this virtually unusable. Create pathless in upholstery, and it's this downside. It makes me kind of wonder why it was installed here. I like this comfortable car interior, and you know, I can just sit here all day, not even moving, having fun. Yes. But we look at this handle, wiggling, fixing with 4 bolts, 4 screws. With the edge, these covers look so ugly. Find this black handle flow, but it little short, so we take from it only these covers. This handle plastic inside versus us from steel inside. I suspect this fixation with screws, Phillips screws, heads. And let's disconnect this cover, which we'll use, but it black. It's big drawback for us. Yes, I planning to restore, painting, or find new white covers. I only planning on, and of course it doesn't mean we are going to come for regular floor handles that will last forever. You see original emblem, and you know I use socket adapters. Very useful thing. And I must say looks not so crappy. Thank you so much for your time. Please write comments down below. If you haven't subscribed to that channel yet, please do, or share it with someone who could really benefit from it.